let's go ahead and get things popping. Really, I don't, let's let's get things popping, because yes, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna carry on with the house, and I'm gonna see where it takes me. It's definitely a quite nice design building houses. I will say this now, like I have actually really enjoyed building houses at the moment. Like, since we've started this whole neighborhood area, it's kind of boosted my confidence up upon doing houses, which is something that I've never really, like, I always used to class myself terrible at houses, but they're not actually that hard to make. Like, you've just got to think of how a real house would look, and then you just, I guess in a way, you go off of how a real house looks. And I'm guessing, like, to be honest, I'm guessing that you just kind of take it from there, and you carry it on, don't you? Like, you know what I mean, though? Like, it's hard to explain, but I'm guessing, like, that's what you go off. Like, you kind of think how a real house looks, and then you take it from there, don't you? And you see where it obviously gets you. So in this round, because I need to work out where these top bricks are going to connect, because these top bricks, the roof to the little windows in the roof are going to connect to this roof, but we need to get it to the right height. So is leave a gap here and height, if I'm kind of making sense to you. I think that's perfect, unless we just kind of keep taking. We might have this. We might be like, we might be on the level here. Alright, yeah, so we take that there. Oh yeah, okay, I get this now. Right, so now what we need to do is, well, this is kind of awkward because this kind of goes up behind it. So then that's gonna go like that. That's gonna go like that. I'm gonna take this round like this. And then that can to there. That can run to here. Across there. Now, do you get my gist? It is a little. Right, we don't need that there, that's the whole thing. Then bring this up yet. Forgetting about this part of the roof now, aren't we? That's not good. We can't forget about this part of the roof, can we? Right, we're gonna take that up to there. This is gonna be hard because there's only like a gap of 1, so there's gonna be a gap there anyway, isn't there? If you kind of see where I'm coming from. But we can solve the roof by doing that to give it a little bit. We basically just fill it up like that, look, and then same here. And also I forgot about this roof too. Sugaroo. This is actually, I'm not gonna lie here, this is actually proven to be we have got ourselves into a right pickle here, but it's okay though, because I do think we can sort it. So same here, just take this down. And then same here, really. Nothing on the outside, so what's so ruined on the inside that if I break? Oh, I see. For some reason it's leaving a little gap. Yeah, it's right here. If I do that, do I still get a gap? No, I don't. That's better. That's good. That's finally sorted that roof. Alright, yeah, I'm actually quite stoked about that now. I'm quite happy. The roof is still nowhere near complete though, like we have a fair bit to do yet still. Because we got all this like groovy stuff to change, to go around rather. So I am actually hitting the town tonight, guys. I know you're not surprised. I enjoy it though, like a lot of people like, you see, the thing what I enjoy, I like getting out where there's a bit of music, because I love music. I love music, and don't get me wrong, like, I could stay in at home and just listen to music, but the atmosphere is what I like. I like going out, I like being able to have a good chat to some people. I often see different people who I haven't seen for like years, and it's just like, oh, what are you doing now, you know, type thing. And it's just like, even some people, like when you saw them at school, you'd never picture them like being in pubs and stuff. It's like, it's so cool just to see them and be like, oh, you doing, type thing, you know. I enjoy the atmosphere. I like going out. I'm not the type of person who likes to just stay in. Like, now I've got older. Like, when I was younger, it wouldn't have bothered me because I couldn't have got served in the pub. And I didn't always like just going and sitting on a bench in the park with a gang of lads. Like, I did do that, but that's not what I wanted to do all the time. And I quickly gave it up after a while because I just thought, well, it's pointless. Like, there's no real aid for going out. There's nothing to do, so I may as well stay at home and like create videos and stuff like that. But now I'm able to go out, talk to a load of people, get about in a different bit of music and just have a laugh. It makes the whole situation like miles better. It makes it like tons better. And I just think, like, personally, like, I think that's the best part about it, like just getting out there in the crowd and being able to have a good laugh, really. Like, that's what it's all about. Yo, Martin, when are you next coming on for PD? And have you seen both parts of episode 100? If you don't know, I had to do it in 2 parts. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I had to do episode 100 in 2 parts. It got too long for the Share Factory basically wouldn't basically wouldn't allow me to edit the whole thing together because it went like over 60 minutes and it was too long for Share Factory to hold it in, and it wouldn't like 24 hours to upload with my internet. I literally part 1 took like 5 hours to upload. I couldn't even do it on the day that I wanted to upload it, and I had to go to work, so I was at a phone party yesterday. Ha, good lad. That is it. That's the thing. Getting to parties, that's what it's all about. Parties are just fun. It's like you can go out and you can have fun at the same time, and you can socialise. Well, you can in my case, because you know, with me being MC Noble and all of that, I can't go anywhere without getting a load of girls or a load of lads coming up to me and wanting pictures and stuff like that. But that's besides the point. Like, the point I'm trying to say is like getting out into the music is what it's all about, you know. You've got to like, you know, you've got to get out there and show them what you can do, type thing. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to put a slab here. I can't see any other way around it. Like, do something like that, probably. Well, I have stuck to this row, so it's so awkward as this house, but it's gonna look so good when it was done. But yeah, both parts of Park Drive are up anyway, Martin, and they're looking sweet. So, you know, if you haven't checked them out, then yeah, I haven't been on PS4 in ages. I know. I was wondering, like, you know, when you were like coming to do a Park Drive episode. Don't worry, I made a way around the whole wedding thing. If you guys don't know, when we were shooting Park Drive, the original plan was to like have everybody at the wedding, and we didn't want to do Park Drive if not everybody was at the wedding. And it turns out that when we shot the episode, not everybody was at the wedding, but it turned into kind of like a chaotic day. So what technically happened is Steve Woods kidnapped Derek, and everybody was having like a major panic at the church, but they didn't want to tell Noreen. They wanted to find him before Noreen came to the church. And the whole point of it is that Derek did arrive at the church, but everybody but Sean had more or less gone looking for him. So Billy had gone looking for him, Chelsea had gone looking for him, Paul had gone looking for him, and in the end, like, it wasn't. In the end, like, the message through the episode, what Derek and Noreen said is we don't care who comes to watch our wedding, we love each other and we're going to get married. So it turned out that just Sean and a couple of Steve heads in armour stands watched the wedding ceremony. But then we had people like Paul and that at the like after party, at the wedding reception. So that kind of turned out into something. But I want you guys to try and work something out. I want you guys to try and work a little something out. So if you guys have watched episode 100, you'll know that Derek had obviously told Noreen that he'd seen Martin, but he ran away. But Billy was not seen at the after party of the wedding. But Martin ran away, and Billy was out there looking for Derek. So what you've got to ask yourself is, did Martin take Billy with him? Did Billy go ahead and look for Derek, and then when Martin ran away, did Billy find Martin, and then did Martin take him with him? That's the question what you've got to ask yourselves. Like, I'm not going to say anything. Like, nothing's been recorded along that lines, but because he wasn't in the after party, like, thinking terms, could that be a thing what happened? So that's what we've got to ask ourselves. But yeah, like, is that the thing? Like did Martin come across Billy, and then did Martin convince Billy to go with him and say, look, I'll spend some time with you, forget the wedding, I haven't seen you in ages type thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be pretty cool. And then maybe like Billy knows about the burning house, but maybe he doesn't know exactly what happened, and maybe Martin's told him that they've got to get out of there type thing, we've got to get out of here type thing, and Billy's maybe wondering why, but that's something you've got to think about. So what's going down for the future of Park Drive now episode 100 is out of the way? Well, nothing too much that I can let on. Obviously, episode 101 still continues kind of like a third part from episode 100, so it kind of goes as like a little to be continued type thing, because the story itself is still not over, even though we've had like nearly 2 hours worth of filming time for this story. It's still kind of not over, because the main message of Park Drive 100, like the main big thing what was meant to go down, was this with Steve Woods and Derek. The episode was mainly based on Steve's exit, as Steve got shot and died, and like that was the whole main point of the message, and then the wedding was just another big thing to happen along with it. But the main part was getting that Steve Woods' death kind of good and out the way type thing. The wedding was just kind of something to put at the end, but we still want to continue and make it good. So when I say like to be continued, I don't know if you guys know, but usually when we record a Park Drive episode, say if we recorded like episode 1, episode 2 would normally be the next day type thing. But sometimes if it's a big story and it's like nighttime, like when we did Noreen's house fire, each episode was the same night, if that makes sense. It was like continuing the same night, so it wasn't like when we did the first like episode with the fire, the next episode wasn't then the next day, if that makes sense. So takes Billy with him, and leave a note saying your husband was away, and saying your wait Wait. Ash, how about my character takes Billy with him, and I leave a note saying your husband was a way of saying sorry to being a bad son. Oh yeah, maybe that's a cool idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. I tell you what I want. I tell you what I want to do in Park Drive. Like sometime in the future. I don't exactly know when. I suppose it's whenever I can get more people. But I want to bring an actual family into Park Drive, if that makes sense. So what I want to do is actually bring a mum, a dad, and a brother and a sister, and then maybe bring like a granddad in later on, if you know what I mean. And I'm talking like a pretty well off kind of family. Like not rich but not rich but not skint at the same time. Saving your husband from Steve. Oh right, yeah, I'm with you. Sorry, I didn't read it properly. I hate reading when it's something long, and it sometimes confuses me. But yeah, I would love to get a posh family into well, not posh, but a well-off family. You know, they move into a decent-sized house. You know, like something like this, which is a little bit bigger. It's got a nice few bedrooms. Or, for example, let's say they move into something. Let's say like this house, something that's a little bit, a little bit big, but it's not a mansion type thing. So they're not skint, but they're not like millionaires with sports cars at the same time. They're just like no, like they go to a normal school and everything to the kids, and they don't get any like special private schools for being rich, but they just kind of, have like the parents have decent jobs, if you get me. So, like my character takes off with Billy and just leaves a note. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, if you don't want to stay in Park Drive, that's what I'm saying. It's just the hard thing is when Martin's not online to do Park Drive, we can't do Billy. And this is something what I actually was thinking about asking you, actually. I was asking you, I wanted to ask you in time if you would allow somebody else to play Billy's character. Like, I don't mean someone like Ant. I'm talking like a brand new person. Like, if ever we found a new person, would you like let him? Like, I'm not talking yet. I'm talking like in a year's time. Like, I'm talking like, say if Billy didn't come back for ages, and then like he did come back in like 8 months time or something to a year, would you like be bothered if we changed the person who did the skin, like do the same skin but change the voice, or maybe like change up the skin a bit to make him look like he's a bit older, and have him as like the new Billy? But like I say, like that would be up to you. I wouldn't take that character from you if you didn't want him to, but you know what I mean. Like, I think it'd be pretty cool personally if someone like that, played Billy. There's just something about it, like, to change him up a bit. I was thinking when he got older, like to his because he's 7 at the moment, isn't he? He had his seventh birthday last year in Park Drive, which was near the beginning of the series. So I'd say like when he gets to about 9, so I'd say like in about a year's time, I'd say like we should change up his character a bit. So this is what he is at the moment, but I reckon like in a year's time, like near his 10th birthday, I reckon he should like change a bit to like to maybe like, I don't know, like grow his hair a bit. Maybe like this, or like, I think that's a bit too, and we've used that skin before. I think that just takes it a bit too, like, that's even more kiddie-ish. He's already being used. and I think that's just too much of a change. I think that's not like him at all. But something like this could be. Like maybe he's piled on a bit of weight, maybe he's just a little bit bigger. You know, because I can't really think of anything else. Like, again, I don't think that works. That won't work because he's obviously yellow. I mean, I suppose this could work if maybe he had to, like, start using reading glasses or something. I'd say, like, that works a bit more. But I think the skin looks smaller than Billy. 2 secs. Yeah, because if I stayed... Yeah, because even if I stayed... Yeah, I know what you mean. Because you got to think, like, in 2 years' time as well, if you were still doing Billy, you might not even be able to do that voice. Maybe they are the same size. I don't know, it's hard. But we need to think, well, if Park Drive's even still going, what would the adult Billy be? That would be the question. Because the thing is we've already used the Principal Skinner skin. We've already used that skin. We've not used this skin. But then Billy never had red hair, so... We could always make Billy this guy. Grow his hair a bit. Grow a bit taller. You know, become a... I wouldn't say become a thug. Like, I struggle to do it now. Lol. Yeah. I think, like... I don't know, like... It's just... Your character's so good in Park Drive. That's the thing. I think alternatively, if you wanted to come back to Park Drive, I think we should do a storyline where Billy gets put into care because he's not staying at a stable home, like, because Martin keeps taking him on the run. And I reckon, like, he goes to a foster family for a while, and then I reckon, like, if we find someone else to play him, I reckon, like, Martin should get access to him again, or if you're still in Park Drive by then, or like if Noreen still is and Paul, then like I reckon they should get access to him or something. And then maybe we can just make out like Martin goes to visit him, but we don't show the visits or something. I don't know, like I'm just thinking of new ideas for Park Drive to try and make it a bit better. But yeah, I know you struggle to do the voice, you don't have to tell me that. Well, yeah, he's not on the run, but you know what I mean, like, Billy never stays somewhere properly. That's what I mean. I mean, we can sort something out, like... I always like to discuss storylines with you though, Martin, because you've got good ideas, along with me. Well, at least I think I've got good ideas. But you see, the thing with me is I actually watch a real soap, so it gives me, like, inspiration for Park Drive characters. Like, doing Noreen's dementia storyline, because that just happened recently in Emmerdale. It inspired me to do it. And then, like, also, you know, like, other things from that show has, like, inspired me to do things. Like, I want to do, like, some other stuff in the future, some stuff which I don't want to reveal, but they've done it in real shows, like, recently. And, you know, I want to start doing that sort of thing, because I think, like, going off their end, so... He's left PD, staying Derry now. He lives in Rifton. Alright, well, if you don't want to join Park Drive, that's good enough for me. It's up to you, bro. But listen, look, I'm really going to have to nip to the loo. So if you can hold on in the stream, I shouldn't be too long. He's back. Nah, Martin, bro, it's fine. Like I say, like no one's forced to do PD. It's just I liked you being in it because you were a good actor. Like you to be honest, like I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't want to offend other people, but you do a better job than like everybody else in Park Drive. Like I'm not being funny. Like you just like you can't ask like Steve or Ant to sound sad, if that makes sense. To like, whereas like they're not they're good at role playing, but they're not like megally good. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is like they wouldn't sit there and like what I'm saying is when we did episode 50 and the postman died, I did Noreen like crying, but the thing is I actually made myself cry in real life. That's what I'm saying. And when we did some of episode 100 with Steve Woods, like when he was like, I just want you to feel how I feel, I made myself like bring tears to my eyes, but it's not something I can picture them doing, if that makes sense. Like they'd probably say like, oh fuck that, I ain't cry, I ain't gonna cry. I'll pretend to be a bit sad, but I ain't crying. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure you get my point. Whereas like I try to go as realistic as I can, and that's what you do in Park Drive. Like that time when you did the fire, Noreen's house fire, and Martin found Lisa. Like you actually sounded like you were crying. Like you made it so good, but you couldn't picture like them doing that type of thing. Like no offences to them, like they're good at they are good at Park Drive, and I do like having them in Park Drive, but I want people in PD what'll actually like cry, if that makes sense. Because when you watch like real shows, like real actors actually cry. Like they actually make themselves cry, and they do it for like a storyline. If you get me, like it's what they do. But you know, like I'm just saying, like you can't picture people like them doing that in Park Drive, like actually physically crying. I know you didn't physically cry. Well, I don't think you did, but like I want to make. The thing is I see like big plans for PD. Like I want to like make PD into something like really good, where we like tackle really big storylines and push the characters to like really emotional places and make them like really angry at different things. You know, like I don't want it to just be like a comedy kind of styled show. I don't want to give people the feeling that they're just watching a Minecraft roleplay. I want to give them like a feeling that they're actually watching something that they can really get emotional about, and they can like click off it and say like, oh, I really want to watch the next episode to find out what happened to that character. Where you can kind of almost believe it's real, if that makes sense. Like I see like really big plans for PD, but I just don't think other people do. I don't think other people see what I see in PD, if that makes sense. Like PD to them is just a role play to come on and do, whereas like I actually see myself like doing like hundreds and like years of episodes of it with like different characters, and like each time like we updating it and making it better. Like, did Ant just declare himself direct manager, or did you give it to him? No, I said he could have it because he'd been like coming on for episodes regular. Like, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, I'll admit he kind of hinted that I should make him that, but I did actually say it to him that he should. Which, I think, he's practically there, like, he's there more than anybody to make an episode. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's been, like, probably, like, hundreds of times where we've come on to make an episode, and, like, it's just been me and Ant, and no one else has, like, turned up, or, you know what I mean? Like, that used to be Harrison. Harrison used to come on at like 7:45 every Park Drive day, like I'm here for the episode, and now he doesn't even barely come on. But I remember when he used to come on. Lad, you know that you're doing news at 10 again. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I is thinking about doing news at 10 again. I'm not sure yet though. I'm thinking about doing news at 10 again, yeah. I would like to do news at 10 again. You should put on that Martin Shanahan rejected a contract. I'm thinking about doing but would you come on to that video, like just to do an interview and say why? If you get what I mean. Because I think that would be good, like Ricky Jones, like, so Martin Shanahan, why did you reject the contract for another year on the Park Drive drama series? Or it could be like what do you call him? Or it could be like who was his name? I've forgotten his name now. How could I forget his name? That one who does the does it feel good? Does it feel great? Is it all squishy inside? Oh, I've forgotten his name now. That's gonna bug me so much. But yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, what was it? I feel so stupid. I can't think of his name. That's going to annoy me now. Thinking of his name. I know the other one was Ricky Jones, but it wasn't. No, Josh Backer was the actual main reporter. I'm going to find this out. I'm going to find this out right now. I'll find out what this is. Joe Chambers, that was it. And Jake Noble. And Jake Noble rejects contract to cause. Oh yeah, I see. Oh, I get you. So like, because Martin's not doing it anymore, he doesn't want to do it. Like, he doesn't want to do it anymore. Or maybe instead of that Jake Noble, maybe that's why Steve Woods left on episode 100, because he knew that Martin wasn't staying, and he thought Park Drive was going downhill, and he wanted to go and try and do some other things now. But yeah, I completely get you. But yeah, it was Joe Chambers. I literally just got up an old NTV video. So yeah, that'd be a class headline. Yeah, it would. It would be like a main, like a pretty cool like main story, wouldn't it? So like Josh Backer the news presenter is like he's in the headline but presenting the news at the same time. You get me? You to get the feeling. Oh, baby boy, baby blue, I see you. I'm looking at you. If you do take the time to check Facebook, Martin, my new MC's gone out. Just watching someone's live stream DJing. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, 2 secs, I've just had a comment on the MC. Speedy MC Noble. Fair enough. Oh dear. But yeah, that is a sick idea, Martin. That's probably that's probably the best thing we've ever come up with for a news at 10. So 1, 2, 3 is where the white goes. Yeah, I got you. Chill. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm heading off now anyway, so catch you in a bit.